Hey y'all, it's me. This is kind of like an unbagging thing. I got an order in from Michael yesterday, and I wanted to open it with y'all so y'all can hear a bunch of plastic moving. So I know they're not the brightest colors, but I need them for a project I've got to get done. All right. Now, how many of y'all have a huge stash at your house? You know, it's not the stash, it's like your scraps. You know, your, what do they call it? I don't know. Anyway, I call it my leftovers. I have a lot of leftovers. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, but I got just a few bits of yarn from them while they were on sale for $1.99. Of course, they only let you get them in threes. I got some Impeccable, which is a number 4 yarn. Hold on. Where are my glasses? Oh, there they are. Okay. I know I had them here somewhere. All right. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right. Well, I have 2 pair on now. They're 285 yards, 260 meters. It's 4.5 ounce. It's a number 4. They suggest a 5 millimeter hook. And yeah, probably so. It doesn't look like it's a thin 4. But this color is called Putty. And you'll get why I got these colors in just a second. Another thing of Impeccable, and this color is taupe, soft taupe. Same yardage, same ounces, everything. It's just a little bit different color. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the color. Let me get that putty up a little close because it looks, yeah, that's it. All right, the last one, because they only let you buy them in threes, all right, is this color. It's gray. It's actually, what's the color? True gray. Didn't know there was such a thing, but okay. True gray. Because I've seen heather gray, I've seen soft gray, I've seen light gray, dark gray, every kind of gray. So yeah, I didn't know there was such a thing as true gray. Well, apparently there is. Yeah. Um, y'all, last night I wasn't at home, but I have a really good reason. We had some of the most wicked storms I have ever seen come through here. And they're headed to the east of us, so I'm praying for all those people to the east of us because it was pretty rough last night. And I hate it when they do this in the middle of the night because more people get injured because they're not prepared. And during the daytime, at least you've got a heads up, you know what's coming, you can see it, you know, kind of thing. And, you know, most people can see a tornado when it drops uh, if they're paying attention. However, these storms were really rough. And now, guess what? It's cold again. It's like in the 30s, but yeah, I'm not going to complain. At least I'm home. Snug as a bug in a rug. Yay! Um, but I am praying for all of those to the east of us because I know there's several of y'all in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, top of Florida, and then all east of there, towards the top part, it's getting ice, a lot of ice and snow instead of the thunderstorms and the chances of tornadoes. But it's not unusual for a tornado to drop this time of the year. Although it's odd, it's not unusual. We've had several that have come in the middle of like December. I can remember when I lived in Mississippi, they had a tornado that came through in the middle of the night in early part of December, like the 15th or 16th, and destroyed entire neighborhoods. Yeah. So it wasn't pretty. Yeah, I worked there during that time, and we ended up putting all kinds of shifts in just to get our cable lines back up, um, so that people could keep up with the weather. It was not nice. I think I worked 12 hours at one time when, during that time. So, I mean, my parents had my daughter. She was okay. As long as I could help other people, I was good. Um, let's see. So we went over to my sister's house to stay the night. Well, when we go up there, my little dog goes with me too. Obviously, it's their dog. So I'm always like, well, Missy gets to spend all the time in the world with you guys tonight. And they're always like, oh. Because if I haven't told you this, I'm fixed to tell you now. She pees on pee pads and poops on them. She won't go. I'll let her outside and she won't go down the stairs to go. And then I'll take her outside and pick her up and put her on the ground. She won't go. She'll wait till she gets back inside and go. Now, they're aware of this. So they know what they gave me. But I do take care of her and I don't get too much on her about it. It's just, one of those things. She's a Yorkshire Terrier, and they're very notorious for being nervous kind of dog, really scared of anything, and they're notoriously hard to potty train. And we didn't get her till she was like, I don't know, 4 or 5, and by then it was too late. We just couldn't redo it. When I first moved down here, I tried and tried and tried, and I couldn't get her to go consistently. So, not that we've given up. I still try. I haven't watched any videos yet this morning, but I see Madonna's got one on. I've got it up so I can watch it after her record. Y'all, I'm so wrong. I sit there and I'll pop y'all's videos up there to watch as soon as I'm through recording. So, but I should watch them before I record so I can talk about them, but I never do. I always forget. So, Madonna, I'm fixed to watch yours. Yeah, after I finish recording. I can't help it. I'm special. Y'all, I keep working and working and working on this scarf, and it doesn't seem to be getting any bigger. That's the coloring of it. It's got from blue to brown. I guess it's more of a gray, but it looks a bluish gray. Y'all know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm working on it, but it's hard going. I think what it is I want to get that blanket up there. That y'all know, the big king size blanket I'm working on. I want to get that done before I start on that. That's the top of my scraps. Yeah, I'm going to do a scrap blanket. It goes all the way down to the ground, y'all. No lie. From the floor to there. Oops, let me point. Yeah, to there. That's all scraps. I'm going to be a busy little girl. I don't know if I want to make solid squares or just kind of mix it up. I haven't decided yet. It depends on the square when I find it. I may just do solid grainy squares with different color combinations. I don't know. I haven't decided. That would be one hot blanket. All right, well, I think I'm done, y'all. Oh, I ordered another book from the Edward R. Hamilton bookseller. They have one with cross stitch that I don't have, and it's a I'll show it to y'all when it comes in. It's just it's another crochet stitches, because I'm thinking. Okay, y'all, I'm kind of like, I always think ahead too far, and then I'll let y'all know, and then I'm like, oh crap. But anyway, here's the deal. I'm thinking of doing a blanket with y'all. Yeah. But it's going to be all these different stitches. You know, like some people do the crochet alongs with the different stitches for each square. Well, I want to do that, but I got to find out which stitches I like and which stitches I want. I want it to be easy to do. I don't want to overdo to where a beginner can't do it. Y'all understand? Because, see, we have a lot of people who are online who do those blankets and those cows, and, you know, I get to doing them, and I'm intermediate. I'm not gifted like some people. Dang, I've seen some really gifted ones. But they put in harder stitches, and I keep thinking to myself, you know what? A beginner could not do this. This would be a little hard for a beginner to do. Now, the only one I've ever seen, the only person I've ever, well, I see a few of them do this, but Bag O' Day's really, really good at letting you know whether something is beginner friendly. Because there are some things that she did that I attempted when I was just getting back into it. Yeah, she was right. It wasn't for a beginner. So she's real good at making sure you understand whether or not it's beginner friendly. Um, I know that Moogly's real good about that. Marley Bird's real good about that. Um, who are the other? Glenda's good about that. Uh, I can't remember who else does tutorials, but most I've seen some really good ones that do that, and then I've seen some who I love their patterns. I do them, but I would not suggest it to a beginner because I know that they would not be able to do them and they would get frustrated and they would quit. And the whole goal is to get them to love it and want to keep on doing it and add to what they do and get better at it. I don't want anybody to fail at anything. I want them to get better. Yeah, I put the shirt on today. And I read it, and I was like, "Yeah, that's about right." It explains me to a T. I'm gonna read what it says. I ain't gonna show y'all what it says because then I'd have to let y'all see on my flab, and I'm not. That ain't happening. Okay, I got a lot, but I'll read it. It says, "World's okayest runner." Yeah, okayest. I like that. It's telling you I ain't the absolute best, I ain't the absolute worst, but hey, I am okay. I got such a giggle over this shirt. It was so funny. I was like, "Yep, that's it. That's perfect. That explains me." But yeah, I don't run. I don't even run after the dogs whenever they're getting in trouble. I make them come to me. Although I'll walk real quickly to them if they won't come. Yeah, I don't know why they run from me. Maybe because they know that I get on to them more than anybody else. Yeah, that could be it. Well, my brother-in-law does too. Everybody else just lives up on them, and they're just so. They wouldn't know a stranger to save their lives. No. Although sometimes they'll bark at people, and I wonder what is it about these people that they see that I don't see? Because I trust animal instincts, especially real friendly animals, and then all of a sudden they don't like somebody. There's a reason they don't like them. Now, it could be fear that they're smelling on the person or something like that. But, kind of makes you wonder. Kids and small animals are really good. Yeah. Anyway, I am feeling better, y'all, in case y'all can't tell. Obviously, I'm like talking your ear off. Let's see. Oh, and I moved my computer into my bedroom just so I could record this special with y'all. And have both my hands free. Yay! What was there? There was something I was looking at the other day that I wanted to do, and I can't find it now. Oh well. I do have one other blanket I need to get on pretty quick, and that is my grandnephew's blanket for his bed in his school colors, which are, believe it or not, I had to buy a ton of it, and y'all seen it. That Kelly Green, I think it's a Kelly Green, Red Heart Super Saver before they changed over, to Yarn Inspirations and everything. I searched every store, high and low, for that exact color in the older skeins, even though it's going to tear my hands up. It's the colors of his team. So, what was I going to do? I had to do it. And then, of course, the other colors wait. I'm not good with white because I always, for some reason with white, it seems to, and I've got a lot of it in that scrap thing, it seems to stain so much easier, and it's harder to get clean, especially when you're using other colors, because you can't use bleach. Now, I've tried using Clorox 2 before, which is a color safe bleach, but they lie. Did not get that white. So that's one reason that's why I picked these colors. This gray, this taupe, this, putty. The colors are light enough to let the other colors pop. Like you would do when you're doing with white, you want the other colors to go, like, beautifully show up. And that's one reason I use these 3 colors. I use gray, I use taupe, I use putty, I use different colors like that to make the other colors just stand out and be noticed. So, I know, I'm still looking. Alright, y'all, I'm going to get off here. It's almost 20 minutes. I couldn't think of a story to tell y'all. Darn it. Oh, well, I guess I did. No, that wasn't a story. Nope, can't think of one right offhand. Although I probably will next time. Although I can tell you one story. It just popped in my head. Now, when you're kids, you take all kinds of shortcuts, not even thinking about the dangers of nothing. My sister and I were used to taking a shortcut through a ditch to get to our other friend's house, which was on the next block over, but there were 2 ways you could get to her house, and they were both long. And cut through the ditch just made it that much shorter. We were kind of lazy. So we're running through the ditch, and everything like that. And my sister steps on a snake. She left me behind. She's running so fast. She knew what she stepped on. She didn't tell me until she got behind the gate with the gate shut. She decides to tell me what she saw. Of course, I'm trying to climb over the fence to get in the yard at this point, and we don't realize that a snake can come right through the fence at, kids. So we run into the house and everything, and then we were telling them, and we never took that shortcut again, which was sad because it really did cut about 10 minutes off your time. Because our neighborhood where we were growing up, it was like, we grew up in the perfect time for that area right there, because there were so many kids our ages right there in that, like, within a 2-mile radius. That, I mean, there must have been about 70 kids that we could all play with. I had one up the street about four blocks over, one in the apartments next door, a couple over there, 2 on the next street over. I mean, and we even had cousins that lived the next block over. My dad's brother and his wife lived on the next block, so we grew up next to them as well. And the funniest thing is, y'all, okay, the young ones won't understand this, but the older people will. We used to take road trips in a station wagon. Where do you think the kids sat? Of course, we all sat in the back. where the big window is, where the big old space is. None of us wanted to sit in the seat. There weren't no seat belts there anyway. Yeah, we used to ride without seat belts everywhere. And in a station wagon in the back, just, playing games, doing whatever in the back of the station wagon. Yeah, I used to read more than my sisters and brothers, so I would be in the seat reading while they're in the back playing, which is, it just, to this day, that just really surprises me. The biggest thing that surprised me was my mother trying to drive a stick shift in a Volkswagen from our house to my uncle's house, just one block over now. We're all in the Volkswagen. I'm telling you, there's my mom and all 5 of us kids in a Volkswagen. We must have looked like a clown car, y'all. It had to be tight squeeze. I mean, because we were all like pretending like we were smushed up against the windows. we were so crazy, y'all. And then my mom steadily trying. She kept it kept dying. So she got there. It just took us about 30 minutes. We're all like this in the windows. To this day that makes me laugh. We when we were growing up, we had a lot less restrictions than y'all, and we never realized how many crazy people were out after dark. Because it wasn't nothing for us to run to our friend's house after our parents had gone to sleep and, sneak out the window and go, do whatever. I used to sneak out. I sneaked out one summer every single night and never got caught. Never got caught. Yeah. My sister watches this, so now she's going to know. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna cut this short because I've kept y'all long enough. I just happened to think of that story right at the end. Why did I do that? Why did I wait till the very end? That drives me nuts. All right, anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to y'all later.